Going live now. Yep, we are live.
Testing. Yeah, okay, good. And
Mic check, mic check.
it's working. Sounds good to me. You hear that? Huh? It's what? Okay, I'll try to, but I can't promise. Hmm. Hmm.
Hey guys, we're just getting the stream ready to go. A few more moments and we should be kicking it off. If you're here, say something in the chat so we'll know who all's here with us.
I don't know why I'm not seeing the stream.
It is invisible. It's
Nothing to see here. We popped out. Okay. Never mind. Just kidding. It's the chat part.
stop kidding.
Oh no, that's not what I want. I want that over here. Forget I'm not playing. I don't have to have my screen clear. So I can have the chat here.
Hey guys, so I see a few people are showing up inside the stream. Thanks for being here. We're going to go over some of the PTS stuff that Bethesda has put out there for us. This is kind of a follow-up stream from Friday night's uh, stream that we put together for the PTS. Um, anyway, so if you would just say hello in the chat. If you can hear us, make sure we're sounding at least okay. There's very little you can do for me, but Bethy sounds like it, and Angelic and Angel.
Always. I always sound that way.
You do realize that today's not Saturday, right? You realize that today's not Saturday.
So used to live streaming on Saturday. That's funny. Ah, okay, so I'm gonna retract that one too because I didn't capitalize it. It's gonna be a day today. Oh boy. It's Happy Tuesday. How's it sounding, Zed? What's wrong this time?
There's a lot of prep work went into this one. I mean, I probably started 7 minutes before.
Oh,
Uh,
I mean, I'm glad you did because usually you spend like 2 minutes doing it. So
a little bit
I don't
longer
know
than that.
what's going on with that. Is it mine or I think Naked doesn't have his crisp on. I think that's what the problem is.
Uh,
It's not on, indeed.
it,
Looky there, looky there. Hmm. Who's the one breathing heavy?
it's
Not
not. I
I.
don't hear myself breathing. I hear you breathing.
That's
See?
better, right, Zed?
No, you just did it. You just did it. You did it again. Just now. You're doing it again. See, now you're not doing it. You're holding your breath.
I'm not. I'm breathing.
You're driving me nuts. Okay, so we got about 6 people so far in chat or watching the stream. What we're going to do is just cover some of the PTS stuff that Bethesda's released. Again, I know some of you guys have already heard me say that. We're just a follow-up stream to Friday night stream regarding some of the stuff. If there's anything you want to see specifically, don't be shy. Just say something in the chat, and we'll try to get around to it. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can of that. we're gonna, stay on as long as you guys will have us. Appreciate you being here.
And if there's anything in particular you'd like Naked to walk through or show, leave us a comment over there. We'll get him to take care of that for you. We did a poll. I think it was pretty high on the, for sure, loadouts were the big thing that everybody was looking forward to in season 4.
I just see your mouth moving. I'm just kidding. I can hear you.
Really?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna jump into the PTS server that Zed is on. And in case you don't know Zed is in our Discord channel. I've got that link at the top for our Discord channel. I try to push a lot of people to it because it's just a great place to be. We really enjoy hanging out there, and there's a lot of good folks there. And then there's Bethy.
Okay, so where are you going to start first? Oh, we get super stickers today for Bethy punches. So if you guys want to, not really see, but hear me punch Naked because he's saying something dumb or annoying or really both, I will take care of it for you.
Yeah.
See, that means I can't punch on my own. Same.
It was my way to deter the punches because since I got that shot on Saturday, it's been a tough go. If you guys have had the COVID vaccine, I got it last Friday. Kind of did pretty okay on Friday. I had a little bit of symptoms after that, but I'm telling you, I slept 16 hours yesterday. I mean, I was wiped out the whole day.
And Naked only sleeps 4 hours a day, so that's a big deal.
I never sleep.
Zed says he wants you to go to the Rusty Pick on the PTS server and pick up a gun that he has for you to try out.
Zed?
I know that is the Rusty Pick, and that is where the purveyor is. I know that now. Does Zed not have what?
He killed himself. Let's see.
You have that collar on again.
That's
funny. I thought I saw hair on his head. He's not wearing his hat today.
No, he's not.
Look at that purple hair.
It's purple hair day. I say purple hair day. I can't hear anything with this headset on. It completely drowns out all the noise. There it is. Scattered atomic. Oh my gosh, what kind of gun is that?
It's just a 1-star. It's probably not that good.
Bullets explode for area damage. This is a. Look at this, guys. It's a Vampire's scattered atomic laser rifle.
Oh, this is a 3-star. I thought he gave you a 1-star. Did he give you 2?
Yeah, I'm giving you 1 star right now.
I got your 1-star.
I'll try it out. That's pretty sick.
Can you blow up that tree?
Blow up a car. Oh, looks like Zed's already blown up. Hey, we're gonna go over there and start testing this stuff out real quick in just a second. I'm gonna. This is really the only chance I get to use these legacy weapons is whenever
people share them with you.
Yeah, people share them with me on the PTS because they know they're not gonna lose them. Oh my gosh, this is nice.
Don't forget to use the blocker, Phil. What do you mean by that? You're going to be punching each other. Don't forget. Oh, and it's not each other. It's just me punching him.
Oh yeah,
just
can't punch
for clarification.
Yeah, I can't punch her. Yeah, I'll be in the newspaper tomorrow morning.
The obituary section.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, blocker is a perk. It's a strength perk.
It's a what perk?
Strength. What did I say? Strength.
Oh,
strength
okay. Right. Gotcha, Phil. So that's an in-game thing. Okay.
Okay,
gotcha.
So
we all know that I don't punch in-game because I can't hit anything. Dude, it's really humorous.
She has a hard time hitting stuff with a fat man.
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah, you do. Hey, so I'm going to go ahead and take this over to the camp. We'll look at camp slots first. I know that a lot of you guys have probably watched a ton of videos already out there already, so you're not going to be seeing a lot of stuff that's going to be new to you. There is some interaction here, and if you want to, uh, see something very specific, we can get pretty granular with it. I've had plenty of opportunity to work with it some, so I'm not going to say I'm a pro at it just yet, but I do enjoy and like what Bethesda's doing with the new quality of life. Hey Christian, how's it going, man?
The quality of life. What were you talking about with the quality of life stuff? What are you liking the most about it?
My glass is empty. Can you go get me something to drink?
Nope, I surely will not.
Oh gosh. Hey Phil, I missed you earlier there, man. Glad you guys are here.
He was the one who's talking about the blocker.
Yeah, I saw that. I meant to say hello to him too. All right, so real quick. All right, so we're going to the map screen here, and this is going to be across the board with Xbox, PlayStation, obviously PC, because that's what I'm on right now too. And the reason why I'm doing this specific type of live stream is for those Xbox players, those PC players, those PlayStation players that don't have access to the PTS because
Keep going. Keep
I
talking.
can't. I'm distracted.
Finish your sentence. You can't do two things at once.
Uh,
Thanks, Master Blaster. You totally stumped him. That's great.
Just like a Vince.
I didn't realize that's all I had to do to interrupt your thinking was throw 99 cents at you.
Stop. I'm taking down the chat. This is going to be scary. So for those users that don't have access to the PTS, it is kind of a treat to be able to see that kind of stuff firsthand. And I know you're just watching videos and kind of getting a retrospective of how it's all put together based upon whatever YouTuber you're watching. And not to say that my content's the best over everybody else's, but I mean it's in par with just what I think everybody else is doing too. So with that being said, I guess we're going to look at camp slots first. Hey, so do you want to take care of this first? I have a feeling
I'm taking care of the. Oh, he only gave us 99 cents. I can't punch you. It's $1.
I think it's perfect. No. YouTube takes their little cut out of it. So, wait, what? No, they want to hear it.
Well, how are they going to hear it? They'll hear your reaction. That's enough.
Are you punching with your left hand? You got to do
I
it.
think I'm going to punch with my left hand.
That wasn't.
That was good. I got to do it with my right.
Yes, Master Flasher got 2 punches out of that. That sucks.
Gamer Mom commented on a video, and I invited her to join us on our next live stream. So I'm glad to see she's here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah. How much for a kick? Zed wants to know. I don't know, Zed.
We actually were talking about the B slap. So the B slap are going to be on the other live streams that we do, and it's really going to be a B slap. So, but it's not going to be $1. Let's put it that way. And hey, real quick to tell you guys a story. One particular night, me and Bethy and her cousin were all here, and we're all kind of hanging out watching a football game, and it got really late. And you can kind of get an idea of what you do when you watch a football game.
We get silly. No, we get silly when we get late.
Yeah, there you go. They're silly. And they cut up these cucumbers and put some cream cheese. She's over here. She has her head down. They put this cream cheese on these cucumbers, and they put them in the palm in their hands, and they just kept taking turns. I'm talking like slapping me as hard as they can across the face with those. I just spit with those cucumbers. It's like I could take a slap. I really can. They hurt like crap though, but I could take a slap. So
maybe next time. We'll have to make it where I'm sitting across from you from that, so I can get a good. I'll slap your headset right off your head.
Oh my gosh, that's another awesome weapon. I will definitely look at that in just a second, man. So looking at kind of venturing off into camp slots. The camp slots that Bethesda's put together for us, we have access to the map menu, and as you can see, I have 2 camp slots now. There's plenty of room here for additional camp slots. A lot of those, I would think, were going to be accessible in the future with future updates with like seasons.
Keep talking.
Okay, you're distracting me.
Doing anything.
Put that back on.
Oh, stop it! That's not true.
with Seasons and with the Atomic Shop and Fallout First, you're going to have all these different types of camps you're going to have. I'm sure it's not just going to be two, even though there's probably room for six. I have to think that there's going to be more room there. But changing between your two camps is relatively easy. You can see that both my camps are right here, relatively close to one another. When I switch between camps, it's as simple as selecting a camp and activating it, and then this camp will disappear once I activate the camp. And it plays camp. We'd like to pack your camp up. No, because somebody else is at my camp. Hmm. I'm gonna move it way over here. One sec.
So good job calling him out there.
What?
Totally. But Gamer Mom asked about if you had any videos about bloody builds. So I'm gonna let Zed answer that question because I know he's pretty familiar with the bloody builds. See, I told you need to do some videos because she says she goes to your content all the time because she's brand new. So she plays on Xbox, by the way. That makes 2 Xbox players that I know
Right.
that maybe we do need to get the Xbox.
Yeah, well, this is no secret. I mean, we are looking into getting into the Xbox arena so we can kind of reach those players as well. Bethy's actually taking notes now. I can't believe she's writing stuff down.
You know me.
She's so studious. But yes, that's an intent is for us to eventually move some of our content to Xbox, just so we can, do Camp the Weeks and be able to experience the game with those Xbox players. And no sooner will we get the Xbox, this is what will happen. You ready? They'll crossplay. You watch. Like,
You're probably right. You're probably right.
It's gonna be a complete waste of money.
It'll be okay. We can still get some back out of it if we had to, I'm sure.
All right, so I just moved my camp from this location to next, and I'm gonna try to activate this camp now. Hey Zed, the camp, my other camp, I can't move it at all. I don't suppose you can move your camp for me. Okay, it activated. Okay, terribly sorry about that. Yeah, you don't have to move your camp now.
Scratch that.
So when you have multiple camps in out there, you're going to be able to come into a world and immediately have your camp available to you, because all of us have gotten in there at one time or another and it said you cannot place your camp because your space is already taken up, so on and so forth.
Sorry.
You can hit mute.
It was involuntary. Sorry.
My glass is empty.
I don't care.
It
sucks for you.
So you can on demand switch your camp. Of course, there is there's a timer switching in between camps. I think it's probably going to be like a minute. I'm not sure. I really haven't timed that, but you can switch that camp from one to the next. Oh, and to answer a question real quick about bloody builds, I haven't put together a video on bloody builds yet, Gamer Mom. I apologize for not getting your answer on that. There's been several that's asked for me to do that. I don't know if I'm efficient enough in bloody builds yet to put together a video where it would be beneficial to you guys yet or not. But it's once
we can learn.
Yes, and once we get to
we can consider that
doing the special loadouts, it's a completely different thing at that point, because I can switch.
Well, that's true.
To becoming a bloody build relatively easy, and I intend to put out more videos like that, build tanks, junkies, bloody builds, and so on and so forth, and help some of these users, including myself, really get the most out of the game and get the most out of their damage.
Yeah, so again, for those of you just joining us, we're kind of walking through some stuff in the PTS, letting you guys that may not have access to it check out some of the new stuff that's coming. And you were just talking about camp builds and being able to move your camp more easily in the next update. Is that kind of what you were mentioning in the slots?
That's
camp
correct.
slot.
Yeah, that's correct. So the camp slots are going to have their own camp budget. So your camp number A, or camp A, and camp B will have their own separate budgets altogether. Now, I believe that they'll share some things within it. Like, for instance, your vendors will have, you won't have two vendors at two different places. I haven't really researched that much, and when I read it, it was kind of confusing a little bit. But what I understand is that vendor in A will also be vendor in B, which I don't fully understand how that works, because with stuff that's on your vendor also takes up camp space as well. So I'd have to explore that a little bit more. Another really cool thing that I realized about um, camps, and I'm just going to take you there real quick. Let's just pop down a shelter here. When you go into a shelter, hopefully this is the shelter I need. Oh my gosh! Hey, hey, he did.
I know we did too. I'll get you again later.
Just do it now. That was completely unexpected. I,
Oh, there you go, Master Flasher.
that first one was like really hard.
That's because you weren't prepared for it.
Oh my
See, I'm
gosh.
sneaky like that. Sneaky. At least it's not your other arm where you got in the back connection.
No,
That'd be bad.
it's recovered now. Please leave that one alone.
Oh my gosh. That's a sneak attack.
Times two. That was exactly right. She almost knocked me out of my chair.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you putting you're looking at those special loadouts now?
Not yet. We're getting to that in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so for those camp builders that are out there, what Bethesda's done with this release, or the release that they intend to do, is to allow you to have displays inside of your shelters. And this is kind of been a big thing for a lot of people, especially me, because when I look through the forums and I see all the things that people are wanting added to the game, it kind of gets bogged down with what's really important, what's really not. But I can see that for the camp builders, these display cases, especially inside the shelters, are important, and this is going to be a huge thing for them to be able to show off their displays inside the shelters. Um, I really like the fact that Bethesda's taking the time out to kind of make this a thing. Now I know that there's a ton of other stuff that they can do inside the shelters, such as putting resources in, putting other uh, things in there, such as being able to plant crops and things like that. But as of right now, I just don't necessarily think that they're chasing that too much. They've got a lot of other things that they're doing. So
Phil asks, do you know how the new loadouts affect your mutations in regard to melee and rifle builds? Will that be something we talk about whenever we get in there for the loadouts?
So I think maybe the question would be, if you have starch genes equipped, you won't lose that, obviously. I don't know how it will. I don't know if they are kind of like parallel to one another and don't interact in that case. So if I've got an unyielding armor on, for instance, I don't really know if I can answer that question for you, Phil. Maybe we can venture into that in just a little bit, and perhaps we can really explore, because that might be another question that someone asked down the road, and certainly I would want to have the answer to it. To two. I can't hear myself talk.
That's okay. We all hear it. Get to laugh a lot.
Thanks. So, again, next, just to talk a little bit about the, that we have a daily ops that is being added to the system, and we can also go through that daily ops if you guys want to see that. I also have a video out that kind of walks through the daily ops and what you'll see in that daily ops. Just to tell you, if you've done the daily ops before and you're kind of used to them, and you got to run to the first radio, turn it on, kill a bunch of things, sit there for a few moments, kill a bunch more things, and then go to the next radio, and so on and so forth. This one is completely different. Bethesda really put some thought into how this is working for the players, and really made it more like you have to hunt down the different aspects of the daily ops. It's really kind of neat. And again, if you guys want to see that later on, just let me know.
Your volume just went down on my headset. I don't know if that was a Discord thing or if that's in YouTube. Also, if you guys are having a hard time hearing Naked now, give me a heads up so we can fix that. I don't know what happened there.
It's probably because you hit me so hard. You knocked my voice out of me.
Oh, that's really loud now.
Yeah.
And you didn't move the mic, so I don't know what happened.
Well,
anyway, maybe it's my headset.
I started getting really low because I started talking about something I really cared about a lot.
And you're just getting like
Bethy,
maybe the mood music in
Bethy,
there to play.
Bethy. They can hear me just fine. But when I talk about
Yeah.
something I really care about a lot,
Oh,
you can't hit me.
come on, Master Flasher. Where's
No,
my dollar?
hang on. You can't hit me. You can't hit me. Okay, so let's look at special loadouts just for a few moments. And there's a lot to it, so we'll go through it real quick, but real slow. So let's add this down here real quick. This is a camp item. You'll find it underneath, not resources. It's going to be under, I've passed it. It's coming. I keep passing it.
Displays?
No, it's not
No, what?
displays.
Okay, you're doing the other
It's
thing.
underneath crafting. It's the fourth one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get this punch card system. And if you're as old as Bethy, you know what that punch card system is.
That's not cool. I don't know what a punch card is. I did use a punch card.
I'm your punch card.
I did use a punch card one time on my first job. I will say that. But since then, I've never used a punch card.
Okay, so the punch card
But our
system.
child uses a punch card now, so there you go.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
look
it's not outdated, antiquated. Oh, this is for computer programming, not clocking in. That's clarifying for me. You're like right beside me. I've never used a punch card system on a computer. That, in fact, is not true.
Yeah, but this is not the same thing. This is literally a time clock system, or supposedly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Zed, he says it's not for programming. Talking about for clocking in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because right there's the time on it. But there is a punch card system for computer programming, and used to back 100,000 years ago. Whenever you'd run a, what are you laughing at?
That says you're wrong.
He's wrong. Nope.
Oh.
No.
Hmm.
But let's just agree to disagree.
Well, are you going to put one of those perk cards in that machine that's going to read a program? Or is it going to punch that card with a timestamp?
It's like if back in the day when people were going in and out of work, their punch cards would be in there, and they'd walk through. They would punch it the first time, and it would be clocking them in. And then when they went out for lunch or went out for
They would
the
punch
day,
it, yeah.
they would grab their card and punch it out for the day too.
Right. And that's what this is doing?
It's not important what it's doing. I know what you're trying to goat me into. It's not working.
Continue.
Yes.
Being wrong. Continue.
This is not wrong. I'm right. Somebody else has got to back me up here. Okay.
Go ahead. Show us.
All right. So this is when you access the punch card system or you access the special perk system, you have by default, you're going to have the two loadouts to choose from. Now I have my normal loadout, which is already jacked up. I jacked it up Friday night here on the PTS. And then I have what I call the bloodied. It's not really bloodied. I just was demonstrating that you can actually change the name of these to, whatever you want it to. So this could be Bethy's punch system.
You left out my Y.
Beth.
Sorry. Continue.
Sorry.
Continue.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to fit it in there. Stop it. Stop.
I'm sorry.
So, and this is just as easy as
You're the one that said you wanted me to participate, so that's all I gotta say.
It's just as easy to swap back and forth by just clicking it, and then once you've clicked it, your stats will immediately change to the new system. So
you're gonna go in there and you're gonna pick different perks and add them at different ways, and
that's correct.
That's gonna be that build. Okay.
That's correct, and we're gonna play around with Beth's punch system.
Gamer Mom said the exact same thing I was saying. She typed it as I said it. That's pretty funny.
So if we set it to active or we go to rename, we can. Let's just go here. So you can only activate. So once this is active, you can only edit the perks on it once you've done that. So when I want to edit the active perks, I'll select enter, and I can go in here and start adding the perks that I want into the system. The intelligence one, and again, I'm just going to throw a bunch of this stuff in there just to kind of fill the spot.
What are you throwing in there?
It doesn't matter. I'm just demonstrating that you can.
Okay, you're just putting some in. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping that somebody's got like a bloody build that we can kind of mimic in just a few minutes, or some other build that they would want to look at when we break that down. I've got a lot in luck.
Gamer Mom 1969. Their Discord channel's linked at the top of the chat. It's pinned if you're interested there. There is a build talk section, and different people post different builds there. So this is what you're doing right now is special loadouts, correct?
Yeah,
That's what it's been called.
yeah.
Okay.
These are the special loadouts, and this is the active loadout that I have right now. Now, I just want to set your eyes down there to the bottom right hand side of your screen here. There's enough room here for an additional one. We might be able to get that from the Atomic Shop. We might be able to get that as a Fallout First subscriber. There may be additional ones that we can scroll down to and select from. I don't know.
This also may be only what's there for PTS purposes, right?
Right. I mean,
Like when they put it in for the real deal, they might add another one there.
yeah.
Cool. But right now in PTS, you can work with 2. That's what you have available, right?
Well, I mean, if you can work with one, I mean, these 2 you can work with 6.
Exactly.
So just,
Exactly. So this is just for test purposes, probably.
yeah, I can't imagine them not wanting to put in additional ones there. It just wouldn't make sense, especially since they've got kind of the space already there for it. So I'm going to jump back over here to my normal loadout, but it's as simple as selecting the loadout that you want to do and then just going with it.
Cool.
And I can also edit my special points. Let's jump back over here for a second. So, you know, R on the PC, I'm not sure what would be on Xbox or PlayStation, but when I select that, I can, you know, we're used to, or even now in a live server, we get in there and we want to swap some of our perks around. We want to swap some of our special points around. We actually have to exchange a, a point for that. By doing that, we were really sacrificing something we can add towards our legendary perks, which really kind of sucks. So if we're completely maxed out, which I have been before on maxing out my special points, I would have to gain another level to get that point to move that point over, and that is really annoying. But with this, there's no cost to it at all. At least as far as that I could see, there's not any kind of cost. It's as simple as, you know, setting what you want it to be and moving down through the field and adding it. Go through here and see if I can't find something else. I don't want my charisma to be too high. I don't want my perception to be too high. So, you know, 15, 14, and then of course my intelligence super high. Isn't that right, Bethy?
Yes, absolutely.
Especially, and my charisma is really
Especially
super high
in
too.
game. Especially in game.
When I'm done, I just select the enter key here, and now my special points reflect the new special points that I had. I can just go in here and look at that here. So
iSource says the whole card system is confusing as heck, and I agree. As a new gamer, there's quite a bit of a learning curve with it. But there are lots of players who know a lot about it that can kind of like help out with that. You know, if you have questions on that and that sort of thing, I'm sure we'll do something a little more involved in those as well later. So.
just seeing if you're waiting for me to start talking again.
Yeah, I was, because I said what I was going to say, and then, you know.
You like turned away from me, like.
But I mean, you don't have to
Don't
like
turn
keep
away from
talking.
me.
You don't have to talk if you don't want to.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we won't have much of an audience if I just all of a sudden start, you know, not talking.
That's true.
Yeah. It might be helpful to you though, and Ted would certainly be happy to. So that's kind of the perk points and the special point system where you'd be able to go in and modify that. These items here can be placed in any camp. You can access them through anyone else's camp. So if you're vendor hopping and working your way around, you can access this punch card system at someone else's camp. It'll also be placed in, from what I understand, virtually every train station too. So you'll be able to go to virtually anywhere and change these perk points around. I believe Bethy's had some struggles with the perk points. We're going through a series now where we're teaching Bethy how to play the game, and she
I'm level 32 now.
and,
I've literally never played a video game ever before, so that's kind of a big deal.
yeah, and that's not an exaggeration. She's really never played a game before.
Last game I ever played was Mario Brothers, and I kept dying, so I quit. We're teaching Gamer Mom how to like tag people in the chat, so
Okay.
continue.
All right. All right.
No, don't worry, little pretty little head. We got it.
Did you say pretty?
Yeah, I did.
Thanks, man. Finally.
I said pretty little head.
And Phil, I want to take a shot at trying to do that build that we were talking about a little earlier and see if it affects the mutations. Let me swap over to normal. Is there anybody be interested in seeing the new daily ops that we've got? I know we have about 11 people viewing the video at the moment, but it's definitely something of interest. The last two times Zed and I's done the daily ops, we were able to knock it out in about the first time we did it was 9 minutes. The first time I ever did it by myself solo, it took me 17, 18 minutes to do it. And then the first time Zed and I did it, it took us 9. And I think the last time we did it took us about 5 minutes to knock it out. I want to use this gun. I just want an excuse to use this gun. Because it's whoa bad.
Whoa, bad. How many shots do you think you can kill something with it?
I don't know. I have to experiment around with it just a little bit.
What do you think it'll be though?
I can kill everything with this.
Like 1 shot, 5 shots, or you like me, you just run out the clip, and then you realize they died like 30 shots before.
Yeah. Well, hey, we have viewers. There's a lot of viewers in there that know it's not a clip. It's actually a magazine, and
Oh,
you don't
shut
use a
up.
magazine. You use actually kind of
That's hush. Don't maybe go get our child to come in here and laugh at you.
yeah. Yeah. The only time it was a clip is when it was a stripper clip, and that's another story for another day.
That's fun to talk to with a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Son, tell me,
Thanks, Zed.
tell me about what a stripper clip is.
Oh boy.
This is from a 1942 Mosin.
Oh goodness.
Gamer Mom, I wish I had a legacy too. I have a legacy here only in the PTS because of Zed, who has been super nice enough to allow me to have it but not have it inside the PTS. He had another one here that he gave me. There it is. Yeah, I didn't have that much ammunition for the cryolator. I had 3 shots. There, that's the other cool one. So if you guys are okay, we're gonna run through the new daily ops if you're interested in that. Don't want to run you guys out. Zed, I know you've sent me a couple of invites to join the team. Let's go ahead and do that now if you're interested. The location of this daily ops, at least right now, and there may be multiple places later on, is inside the Watoga Underground, which was the kind of the arena if you did the primary quest line for the Wastelanders. You'll recognize them whenever we go there. I'm inside a shelter, but I'm getting ready to join a daily ops.
So answer that question while it's like going here. Why did I get taken out of pacifist mode when I tried to go in your shelter yesterday?
Going into the shelter had nothing to do with that. You might have been already out of pacifist mode earlier on. It might have been something that I might have been experimenting with. It might have been something that you was experimenting with.
You took me out of pacifist mode so you could attack me in game and I would die, right? That's what you did. We're getting to the bottom of it now. Uh-huh. You trying to be cute.
All I've got to say is, listen, first off, I don't have to try to be cute. I don't have to try to be cute.
Oh my goodness. I got you. That's right. It was just weird that I went over to your shelter and I clicked to enter it and it took me out of pacifist. So I think you got like some voodoo spell
Oh,
going on
okay,
around
so
your
we're fine.
shelter, and you just want people to like come in and get trapped.
Did you say something about
You're like,
voodoo?
ha 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 ha! Come in my shelter. I will steal your stuff. Ha ha ha! Isn't that how it is? That's how it's working, right?
I'm not listening to you.
It's like
I've got
Ultima
another
Line
legacy.
all over again.
I'm choosing this legacy.
Are you in somebody's shelter?
I'm in, yeah, somebody's shelter. Not just somebody's. I'm in Naked shelter. This is
Oh.
stinking nice.
Oh my gosh, is that like a 3-shot?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a 2-shot. It's a cryolator.
It is a cryolator?
Yeah.
Huh. Dude says he's coming for you. You coming for me? You coming for him?
I'm gonna try to use that. So
On
guys,
a scorch piece?
so if you want to
Sorry.
see what it looks like, it's all right. You don't have to say you're sorry. Well, I mean you do, but it's okay. You can't hit me. You can't hit me. We're gonna jump in a daily ops real quick and try to go through that. It takes about 5 minutes to run through it. It's very fast paced. The daily ops is called Decryption, and when we're going through it, you'll kind of see what kind of things we'll have to do. The very first round that we've got, Dodge will task us to kill 6 creatures, and then whatever creatures we kill. Sometimes they're not just creatures, sometimes they're humans, to be fair, but we'll have to kill them nonetheless. And we're slowly building ourselves up to the final encounter. And the final encounter will have to do with like a boss or something. So far I've fought 2 different bosses, and the first one was exceptionally hard, but the second one went down pretty quick for us. So this will be a complete surprise. Real quick, we'll see what we're going to be fighting. Looking at the West Tech Research Center. Let's see. So it's not just the underground. This is West Tech, but we're going to be dealing with mole miners just the same. So this is probably going to be just as new to Zed as it's going to be to me. So hopefully we'll
You got mole miners in there, but you also have like mole rats too, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you see some mole rats in there?
That's correct. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my gun here.
Dodge, Brotherhood of Steel. Our radio lines have been compromised. Devices in your area are responsible.
What kind of gun is this again? Remind me.
Shut them down.
The one that I have.
Yes.
This is like.
Duh. But what is it?
Start thinning out their numbers first, and
I don't think you're gonna get to use it because Zed's going in front of you.
He's got. I don't have a jetpack on this thing yet. He can run around better than I can.
Oh. Oh, you're in your power armor.
This place is so big. So when you come here, you're going to have to split it up almost. You almost can't do this thing by yourself and try to get it within the correct amount of time. There he is. Ha. At least they have all the doors open too. That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, Game Room. I think the first time we ran through this one, it took him like 17 minutes. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't with this map. It was actually with the Watoga Underground map.
Oh, okay. Are they? So they're in 2 different places? Sorry, you're thinking.
Yes. Well, I mean.
Oh my gosh. Tore that up. Like you just had to like point it toward it, and it just said, "I'm dying."
I don't know how I got that.
Gamermon says there's an echo.
Where's
It
that come from?
sounds. I don't know. Is it game sound or is it us talking?
There we go. Code carrier's down. Now let's shut down one of those interceptors.
Anybody else hearing an echo?
So once you've killed your first wave of people, then you'll have to chase down a code carrier, and once you kill the code carrier, you'll need to shut down the radio. I've yet to see any of the radios yet to be able to demonstrate that to you guys. Again, it's only because primarily I have not seen this map at all. The other one I was pretty familiar with, or somewhat familiar with.
So you're getting codes?
Yeah, you're looking for a code because you have to decrypt the radio to be able to shut it down.
Yes. Gotcha.
Okay.
Which is why it's called decryption.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, so I There's a radio that's up here. I got one. Alright. So once we decrypt the radio, then we'll be on the next one.
Keep it up. Wipe out another group and
Gotcha.
I'll try to get a lead on the next code.
I'm really slow at this. I just don't know my way around. I mean, this one's not as bad. I know this one better because I've run through this one so many times.
I'd be lost. I'd be going around in circles. Hey, are those eating?
When they're green like that, they also have poison on them as well.
Really?
Oh yeah. So the poison kills you quick, but also have a special attack on them that will. It's a very deadly armor-piercing attack.
Really?
Yes.
So, like, if you were doing that, you'd have to. You need some help, by the way. Pretty low
Zed take care of me. Just
there. If Zed's dead, he can't help you.
Huh. Leave something for me to kill. Zed just walks by them and they fall over.
You. I gotta get better at when I kill something, collect right then, because I don't ever go back and pick anything up anymore.
On my way, bro. Almost there.
Oh no, you're gonna die, Zed. He's not gonna make it.
I made it.
The next code carrier's in your area now. I don't have exact details.
So what kind of things will they have on them when you go through here besides the codes? Will they have other stuff like normal mole miners?
No, it won't. It works just like the regular daily ops that we do.
Every day?
Yeah,
daily?
I mean, well, I mean, some people don't do them every day, but when you do a regular daily ops, sometimes, well, they'll all usually have some type of ammunition on it, but the other ones will have, some of them will have also like stim packs and a few other things that you can use as well.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, there's one. Get it. Oh!
I wish I had a jetpack on this thing.
I have one with a jetpack. I got it yesterday. Pretty excited about it. And it's Nuka-Cola. Yeah. Game on it probably wouldn't matter to me if they were toxic or not. They probably all suck because I'm so bad. When it gets in there and it gets hairy like that, oh my gosh, I start like panicking. Oh. What happens if you shoot the display things where the creatures are in the goo?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, they're bulletproof.
Oh. That's handy.
There's a window there.
What does that mean?
You can't shoot through the window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is like, where are we? Where's the location on this one?
This was West Tech.
I got you. So this is the laboratory.
That's correct. This is normally where you'll find super mutants. Huh?
Oh, okay.
I went down.
Oh no! Sad. That mole miner's like, got you.
Yeah, there's two of them over here where I am.
Ooh, and they're toxic too. That you're gonna die.
I'm not.
You're gonna die. That was a close one.
It takes so long for my stinking gun to spin up.
That's the only thing I'm not crazy about with that other weapon, because like me, I want to like shoot immediately. I want stuff like taking care of it. So I'm having to get used to it spinning up. Do you remember what kind of gun I was playing around with last night? By any chance? Because I have no idea. Oh, oh. Sorry. You're busy. What is up with that one? Why?
He does a massive amount of damage.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Threw the poison out. Delicious.
chatter.
And you got a code.
Cut you off.
Oh, Zed needs
We
help.
have 20 seconds to make it 63 yards.
Interceptor down.
It's not gonna happen.
Without a fight. Stay alert.
9 seconds. Hopefully Zed can make it there because I'm nowhere close. I'm like stuck in a room.
That does it.
He
Our
got it.
line is
Oh,
secure.
he got it at 8:01. We
Hope
lost it.
there are more of these out
Oh
there.
wow.
It's cool though. It's cool.
Oh my kidding. I'll give you all a holler if I find another. At Victoria.
No, Chaos, we're not on Twitch, just YouTube for this one. I'm here.
You know, that's Spike, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Durr. Said
I get in trouble.
Ah.
So afterwards, when you're done with doing this daily ops, are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing at you.
Stop it. Look, can you hear me
You
drinking?
just make it so easy.
Shh. Let me finish my thought. It works just like a regular daily ops. You just go around, pick up, any ammunition you've got laying on the ground and stuff. So I was very fortunate to have somebody give me a lot of ammunition, Zed and a few other people. That's really helped me out carry on. So I don't have to, replenish that for a while. Anyway, so I'm not going to worry about doing this. We're on the PTS anyway, so we'll just go ahead and hit escape.
So they're not gonna have any like special plans or.
They are not, no. So you don't necessarily have to like loot them afterwards. Now I didn't get the elder rank on this, but that's okay. I don't think the reward there's a new reward system out there. I think yesterday, whenever we completed the daily ops, the rare reward that I got, the poodle sleeping bag. I don't even know if that's new or not.
Poodle sleeping bag.
Poodle sleeping bag.
So it's like a 1950s looking sleeping bag or
Yeah.
something. Girly or something like that.
And Zed just confirmed there are new rewards. I don't think I've seen the poodle sleeping bag before, so that could definitely be something that we want to experiment around with. And so when I get back to the shelter, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go to my camp menu and make that item.
So you have to craft everything like that. You get it, but you have to go craft it. Is
Well-
that kind of how it works?
Well,
Or
for the poodle sleeping bag, that's actually a camp item, and what you'll do is you'll learn the plan, and then you'll go into your camp menu, and then you'll displace it. I thought that I was inside. Here it is. I thought I was inside my shelter. I guess it really doesn't matter. But I'm curious what it looks like. I have a feeling you'll probably like it.
yeah, Chaos asked that you show that too. So, and then he wants you to give it to me. But I don't have. I mean, I have a camp, but I don't have the camp that I want. So I'm starting to collect stuff so that I can
But it's,
do some stuff.
yeah, it says I already know the plan, so I don't know how I would know it unless it's something that they automatically went ahead and gave it to us, just to make sure that we've got, we can experiment with all the new stuff or show it off. So let me just go through here and find beds real quick. That's not
He
it.
says it should match my dress.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think that this one's already out there. I don't think this is a new one. I think I've seen this one before. So that's what the new daily ops looks like.
Oh, is that the sleeping bag? Show it to me. I missed it. I was doing stuff in the chat. Look down at it for me. Oh, so it's like a poodle skirt, but it's a sleeping bag. Nifty. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Did you really
And
just say
nifty is a
nifty?
1950s word. Thank you very much.
How do you know it's a 1950s word?
Because I know things.
Here it comes, Zed. Here it comes, Zed.
I am a nationally board certified teacher. That's how I know.
Oh my gosh. You just couldn't let it slip, would you?
I couldn't
could-
let
you
it
could-
slide.
Yeah.
Yep, there. I had to. No, that comes actually from my drama stuff. And yep. So, anyway.
I'm nationally board certified. I'm nationally.
Let's see.
You are
Said
certified.
he wants me to read something that he said to you, but they are at Elder rank and RNG. There are new rewards, but they are at Elder rank and RNG. Is what he says. The Unstoppable Monster, the legacy he gave you in the regular game, has been data mined as one of the new rewards at Elder rank.
Great. And Darian, to touch base on what you're saying there, I'm not sure if you're still with us or not, but I I really do believe that Bethesda's going to need to put some more content that's out there. I think they need to really fix some of the systems that they've got. That's kind of, I won't necessarily say broken. That's not really my place to say that. We can look at it and see that there's some things that can be improved upon. And I think that their developers are doing a really good job at listening to
Hmm.
the community more now and kind of shaping the game so that it is more community driven. I know that, we've all experienced from the very beginning that there's been kind of a rift between how the Bethesda was seeing the game and how the community wanted to see the game progress. And you know, I hear people say all the time, fix this, fix that, and then I'm on the camp of I want to see new lands. I want to go, visit
Hmm.
new things to blow up and
What I think
see
as
new
what he's
creatures.
saying about is like new content, and I think that kind of like it starts to expand it. I remember when you guys played New Vegas, you loved it, you loved it, you loved it, and you're like, gosh, I'm tired of New Vegas, and so it was like where we're going next? Let's do something different. And so I think who knows, like hopefully within maybe the next year they'll have some different locations and different types of things going on. So never know, we may wind up back in Vegas.
I don't know about that.
You don't think we'll wind up back in Vegas?
Now I do think that with the Brotherhood of Steel that they've brought on, we've got the first half of that content, which is kind of
Hmm.
neat. But they still got to put that out there before they can say, okay,
Yeah.
these new lands. But what I'd really like to see them tying together, and they've mentioned it a couple of times. They tied it. They spoke about two different places. They spoke about a place in Ohio, and they spoke about a place in Los Angeles. And that would be
Hmm.
really neat if we could travel in between kind of those areas.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be butt up against the map that we're used to seeing
Hmm.
now, but it could
Because you
be.
can travel anywhere. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, and again, we're looking at, we're comparing it to like how Elder
Hmm.
Scrolls is and how a lot of these other games are. There's always some kind of like perimeter to the area
Parameter.
that you're
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Vegas has been kind of done a lot. But I mean, if we moved into Ohio, that kind of can connect. You can continue through the mountains and move into that area.
Yeah, but the Appalachian Trail doesn't go through the mountains there in Ohio,
No,
by the way. Just
it
want to make
doesn't.
sure that I point that out to everybody inside chat because Bethy's not great with geology.
Oh, stop. Not geology. We're not talking about rocks. Geodes and stuff. But no, I'm saying it's kind of close. It's closer to connect it to North Carolina than it is California to connect to North Carolina. Do you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
looking at the map and stuff. So you can always do one of those map break things that you put in and it kind of jumps you from one place to the other. But West Virginia, um, that's halfway to the continent. Yeah, you're correct about that. It's a long way to Vegas from the East Coast.
I
That's
think
the longest flight I've ever been on. It never ended, but it's not international, so not done that either. But
I'm gonna pop down the couple of.
that's true, Cash. That's true. Pittsburgh or DC could totally work. That goes a little further south, but it's real close. So
Let me get out of my power armor here.
Cash says he always thought it was a little far fetched that the Brotherhood made it on foot from California to Appalachia. That's a long way to go.
And that's see, I'm definitely more of an enclave type person. If I had to like
Yeah.
choose my own faction, I choose the Naked Vault Dweller faction. But if had a gun to my head and said I had to choose one, I think they would be enclave. Uh, I don't know. People see them kind of as like the black helicopter type guys that are trying to control the world and stuff. But I really do see when I go into some of their facilities, they really look like they're kind of the underbelly of what's making America work, or at least in this game, how it's making or holding it up or propping it up. So, uh, kind of the invisible. What is that group of people that everybody talks about? I'm trying to think of the name of it. I know Zed's trying to think of it now. It's like the Langoliers, but that's not it. It's another group of people.
Langoliers.
It has to do with light. Anyway, Zed's going to say it in a second.
The
Yeah,
Illuminati.
yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Kind of like that.
The
Sort of.
Illuminati.
Sort of. But I like the Enclave for sure.
Craft, Legendary, Recon, Brotherhood. Yeah, there's lots of ways, Darian, that we could like take it, and so it is kind of an interesting thing to kind of anticipate what it could be.
So if you guys are looking at the screen now, what I
Yeah.
wanted to show you another great thing about this update, and of course there's probably things here that I don't even realize. I'm about to break your heart or some people's hearts in just a second when I tell them this, but not this. In the crafting menus now, instead of having to craft one thing at a time, hitting the button after button after button, you can actually say, hey, I want to craft 50 of these things. Or of course, in this case, I can only craft 3, but because I only have the material enough for 3. But if I had the material enough to do 100, I can just slide that bar up and do 100. Whereas before, the painstaking process of creating and crafting stuff. So that's going to be a new feature as well. That's going to come with this update. And if I haven't already said this before, this update is supposed to come out April 27th. Uh, that is the date they're intending to release the update, and that's supposedly the end or the beginning of the new season. So the end of season 3, the beginning of season 4. Now they may push that back a little bit because they were talking about the seasons being out for 10 weeks and then having a 2-week lull. But since they got pushed behind on some of the development, which that kind of stuff happens.
The weather was a severe thing that they never anticipated, and there are still places that are like recovering from that. So that's kind of a big deal. It's right where they are. So.
And I agree with Darian and Gamer Mom that there needs to be more meat to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be something like something emotional for us to really be attached to. But if there was more meat to the game in the sense that there's a process to it, we don't have to go out and kill something every time that we do a quest. We retrieving something is fun enough. So.
Spike says you're a little low, so.
That's because Bethy hit me a few minutes ago and
knocked the mic right away from his mouth.
Take that. Take that.
Oh.
Okay. But again, we can, we're going to have quantities that we can set up and do. I wonder if I'll get the XP. Like the cool thing about doing the
Sorry, keep going.
You're
I'm just laughing at Zed. I'm laughing at the chat.
The cool thing that we have to do with the resources now when we're making things is if I make a top of armor, for instance, the moment that I craft it, I get 6 XP, 100 XP, 150 XP. And what are you laughing at?
I'm doing something different. You keep. Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah. You keep doing you.
So if I make 3 of these, am I just going to get XP for just doing? Am I going to get the same amount of XP from doing 1 as I do for 150? So I'm going to go ahead and make this now and see what happens. Yeah. So it combined all that XP all up into 1, which is really great. I could literally make a billion things in one go. Not that there's a billion things that I can make. Exit station. All right, so here's some other bad news that I recently heard. I have not tested, but I have got confirmation that it's true, is that those that do, and I don't do this, but those that have done the power armor glitch to be able to get through walls and other areas, that Bethesda has nerfed that where you cannot do that any longer. So anybody that used that glitch or that exploit to be able to pass through walls will no longer be able to do that, as far as I know. That's not something I'll demonstrate for you because it's not something I do, but I know that there is a lot of people that use that particular exploit to be able to get to places they wouldn't normally be able to get to, and it's not going to be a factor after this update is published, and a number of other bug fixes too. Same here, and I'm not even on Xbox.
Phil says, my concerns with crafting a load of items at once is you might lose out with Super Duper. And didn't you mention something about that yesterday when we were talking about that?
That's interesting you should say that, because how does that calculate in? Yeah, that's something else that we can
Yeah.
experiment around with, and I think we've got a little bit of time. So looking at chat now, we've got about 10 people watching the stream right at the moment. If you want to see something specific in regards to the PTS, because that's where we're at right now, and some of the new updates that's coming out, let us know there in the chat so that we can address that. Otherwise, we can maybe explore around just a little bit. After this stream here, we're actually going to go live on our Twitch channel, and if you're not able to catch the end of this one and want to jump into that one, you can find Naked Vault Dweller on Twitch. The username there is NVD Online. That's N as in November, V as in Victor, D as in Don't Hit Me. Online. And we're going to pick up there and do the exact same stream. Well, it's similar. That's right, Darren. I was just demonstrating that a little earlier. If I can get back over to it. Why am I not moving around?
I don't know. I was trying to move your mouse and I couldn't make it go anywhere. So, are you on a different monitor?
What is the deal? No.
I don't know what you're doing.
Well, that makes two of us. Please click
I'll
on
keep the
that.
chat going. I'll keep the chat going.
Okay, so coming out of crafting, I can no longer move.
It says you got it selected for the, yeah. Can't do anything at all?
No, negative. I cannot do anything right now.
Select up.
I can't even hit escape. Yeah, nothing. It's
Can you do anything over here?
I mean, I can. I can jump over here to.
So you can do something, so it's just the game?
Is this one of the new bugs that happens at terminals? Well, it happens at crafting too.
Well, that's fine. Okay, gotcha, Darian. I do think that the display cases in shelters are really cool. Also, I think that's a great thing to add, and probably a pretty easy one to do since it's already in camps, right? You just move it over to shelters. Is shelters the thing that's like fairly new?
Relatively new, yes.
Relatively new. That came in this year.
No, it was released late last year.
Okay, so within the last year-ish.
That's correct.
Or so.
All right,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna just reset the game real quick.
My year goes March to March. I've just noticed that as far as the game is concerned. That's pretty funny. Because she said, no, it's late last year. In my head, I'm thinking within the last year from March to March. So, anyway. Yeah, I agree, Darian. Sometimes it can get a little grindy. So, hopefully there's some new stuff, new places to go. I think they know that that's needed for sure. So, anyway. Hey, look. You can do stuff now.
So we're gonna look at the crafting again at our own peril. I'm going to rejoin Zed back on the PTS.
Yeah, Gamer Mom, I agree. We don't do a lot of glitches or cheats. We try to keep that type content out of our vids and stuff. Not saying necessarily anything, but we don't kind of go there with things. We're too focused on trying to get everything else covered to be able to do all the extra stuff. So there are lots of guys out there that do those things for content purposes, and that's fine because that's their thing. So we let them do that.
Besides, I know all the right people whenever I need it. I know all the right people.
Darian says things like a hard raid that's challenging, rewarding. That's totally cool. Do you know anything about the mannequins? How many you can pick up at once or put up at once? Is that within shelters or is that
See, that's
picking
another
up?
thing we haven't even addressed is that we can show some of the new season stuff. And again, a lot of these people have already
Oh
seen.
yeah, yeah.
Some of the new season stuff. But I was just going to show Darian real quick the displays. If I can just jump back over to that real quick. And then we were going to try to do the super duper. Hey, look, there's Zed again. Hey Zed.
We'll check it out, Camera Mom.
He's
go look at it.
Building a camp. All right. That's the atrium shelter. Didn't I have another shelter here somewhere?
Yeah, it's probably the one that take you out of pacifist mode.
No, there's There's no shelter that will take you out of pacifist mode.
I'm telling you, it happened last night.
It did not. That's atrium lobby.
Y'all just wanted to kill me.
This-
The new frozen vault is hard, but only because the mobs are invisible. Did not want to come after you. They just started standing around like they're on lunch break. That's kind of funny.
So Darren, real quick, was going to jump over and look at the shelters. I wonder why I'm overweight now.
Because oh my goodness,
I have
that's
to
funny.
look at it. So as you can see, that there are going to be displays active inside the shelters, which is kind of neat. I put a gun up here on the wall yesterday of unimportance. I've got some legacy guns in here that I was asked to hold on to during the PTS because it's super duper cool to have these guns. Not that I could see it anywhere. Oh, here they are.
That says you took the power armor off. That's why you're overweight.
Oh, he is exactly right. I did. I did. I did do that.
You did do that. Hey, that's cool. That's similar to like the vault door coming out, isn't it? It's got that kind of like when you come out of the vault for the first time out of 76. Is that the door going in and out of this shelter?
But the shelter, well, it's in all the shelters. They all look like that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. My glass is empty.
Whoopie-doo.
I wish I wasn't so thirsty. Oh.
You know, in the game, you don't have to drink or eat anymore to be able to keep doing stuff. So, like, you know, maybe be like that. We're going to take a look at the mannequins that you can have in camp. If we can figure that out, we're going to go check out the season. That's season 4.
It
For
is
the
season
mannequin?
4, and it's not placeable, so I don't have that where we can actually experiment with it.
Oh,
But
okay.
there are some images of it there where you'll be able to go in and look at it here with us, and then they don't have all the images in there, and we, unless you guys just really want to spend a long time in there, we'll just kind of hit on the high points. Of course, I don't remember where the mannequin was, but we'll just kind of go through here real quick. And like like this rad ant wee heavy. I don't know what that is. Looks like it's a consumable though, but there's not an image for it. I imagine they'll probably get that out. All the Fallout First images, if you're a Fallout First player, most of them are just going to be consumable as well. Like this one's going to be a lunchbox, so we just won't hit all those up. But there are a few cool things, and there's a few cool cosmetics too that I saw that I'd be interested in using. New floor tile, looks like my bathroom. That actually doesn't look. Here it is. No, it hasn't. That's the
You'll probably
flooring.
do a video that'll kind of go over all the season 4 stuff too later once they release it, right? Like we'll kind of walk through what all that stuff's available.
Well, yes, but I mean,
If you're
there's going to be
covering the
so much
mannequin
content
stuff.
that's out there now. Most people had already seen it by that point, and that's why
Yeah.
we're doing this video today, is to again get out there to those people that are on Xbox and that are on PlayStation that don't have access to the PTS, as well as those that are on Steam who don't have access to the PTS as well. And that might change in the future. Xbox and PlayStation, there may be some crossplay. I don't know about PlayStation. I don't know how they're how all those legal terms go and stuff, but looking at what Xbox released the other day in regards to the um, being able to put their content out on the Xbox platform and all that legal federal stuff that they did, sounded like to me that their partnership is now full, and that is, they can move forward with, doing more development for the Xbox. So maybe we'll see crossplay. Like I said, it'll be just around the same time that I purchase an Xbox.
An Xbox, and we won't need it anymore.
So we were talking about the mannequin set. I already went through all these, thinking that I was going to find the power armor one. I did not. So it does not have that one in there, but there is a mannequin set in here. It kind of looks like that. Put whatever you want on it. I think that, but when Bethesda put allies out there, and then they said that you can kind of dress your allies the way you want to, I thought maybe they would just kind of stick with that. But a lot of us don't like our allies running around, mainly because they're so stinking depressing.
They are. They look a little bit like ghosts walking around your camp. It's like weird, kind of, but yeah. So it says the set includes a male and a female variant for the mannequin, but that means do you just have one mannequin or do you get three or?
You could probably put as many as you want down. I mean, well, I say as many as you want. There's probably there might be a limit to how many you can put down, but
I think that's what Game Ron was asking about. Like, is there a limit? Do you think? But we don't know that yet, I suppose. So
well, like for generators, for instance, you can put down 20 of a certain type of generator. So that most things do have a ceiling. I don't know how much it will be. I would probably think there'd be at least 20 different outfits if you wanted to put them out there. My, and another fear that I have is, the year before last, there was an exploit where people were allowed to take stuff off of your vendor and out of display cases on the PC. I know you guys didn't see that on Xbox and PlayStation, but we saw it. And I actually had my weapon stolen from me as well as my armor while I was wearing it, which I was compensated for that. I do appreciate Bethesda, taking the reins on that and making it right for everybody. But
you talking when your camp got completely obliterated?
no, that's another story. We've already covered that. We're way past that. These people don't want to
Are-
hear that stuff.
uh, this mannequin set's kind of cool, and if you think about that with the display cases, you can create some really cool stuff. Darian was saying that he's looking at doing like one of his shelters like a museum. So display cases, Phasnic masks, all that kind of stuff to kind of display. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and so one of the things that I was kind of disappointed about it was the fact that they threw this in there. This is the absolute worst thing they could have put in there. That is so, I won't say it's insulting. It is a perfectly preserved pie, but it was almost like there. I mean, there's a couple places that you can literally walk. Well, at least one that you can literally walk on top of the roof and pick it up. It's Yeah, there's no benefit to it as far as I know in regards to eating it, other than it does, fill your hunger to some degree. I'm not sure what, but I just think they could have done something better there. And there's a few other items in there I wasn't too genuinely excited about. Of course, a lot of it's cosmetics, and I'm just not really a cosmetics kind of person. I do want to look nice, but I really don't care what I look like when I'm killing the queen, Bethy, Queen Bethy.
I'm not Queen Bethy in the game. I am Queen Bethy in real life, but
Here,
in game, I'm not the one they're trying to kill.
And just to show you how easy they are to get from those machines that are in some of the places, like the Rusty Pick, Zed, when I first started playing this and I ran into Zed would go into these places and get the pie out of these machines. He'd like hit it one or two or three times over a course of an 8-hour period. And before I was done playing that day, Zed would have given me 4 perfectly preserved pie to show how easy it is to get those. So it's again, it's just it's its rarity is not as rare anymore, in my opinion. Not that it's
I'm talking
rare.
about lunch boxes and stuff like that. Is there anything new coming with lunch boxes with the new season, or is that just something that's just going to continue as is?
You know,
Have we seen anything about that?
talk about like with lunch boxes.
Yeah. Is that just something that's always been around?
Yeah,
Do they change it up any or?
lunchbox has been around for I want to say as long as the it's coming, guys. It's Steel Dawn update. I'd be willing to bet that's about when it poked its head around. And yeah, with the camp budget having these multiple camps that we'll be able to experiment with, changing back and forth between the two camps. Of course, these are my two camps right here. Each camp will have its own budget, so I can completely max out this budget on this one, and then go to this one and have a completely separate budget than the other one, which is really neat. And like I said, with the camp slots, we'll be able to have hopefully multiple camps, not just the two, but 6 or 3 or 4. So the people that really get in there and really love decorating want to build a Nuka-Cola camp, want to build uh, an enclave camp, or whatever you want to build, you're going to have those options down. That's kind of neat. I like that a lot, and I like to be able to experiment around. Plus, I like to be able to have the multiple camps, and if I've got one camp that's at the uppermost part of the map and one camp at the lower, and then east and west, and I almost don't have to pay any travel fees.
Yeah, Zed says during an interview, one of the devs recently said that camp budgets would go up soon. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, Zed was Gamer Mom was asking questions about the lunch boxes and stuff, and Zed was going to go buy a couple so you could kind of show how that works.
Well, and I will. I've actually got several lunch boxes on me right now. You don't have to do
Oh,
that,
do you?
Zed. But real quick, I was going to show you with the world activity menu here, just something I've neglected to mention as well. Uh, in the world activity menu, this will tell you all the current events that are going on now, rather than having to go through here and chase them all down like we normally have before, like what's going on or what's happening. It's like the messengers here, and then you have back on the beat here. You can find these events. Um,
That's nice. That's really a good thing.
Yeah. So, and who hasn't tried to go to the Bethy fight and not be on a team or not have a tent that's already down there, and you can't access that area because the whole place, the drop site V9 is completely covered up by user icons. I agree, Darian. That the pie is it should have been one of the first rewards, and if they did something like, I don't know, 100% XP or 200% XP with it, then that might be like worth it. If it gave like a 48-hour or something, I just think that would be super neat to be able to. So,
Yeah.
Cameron, this is these are the lunch boxes when they're being used. I've actually got mine bound to one of my keys, but when you do a lunch box, you go to your stats and look at that, and it'll give you an XP boost. You'll see here, I can gain twice as amount of the XP just by what Zed just kicked off there. And see, it's going to go up again. Is that kicking it off?
How long does that last for? Just the event that you're working with, or a certain period of time, or how does that work?
If you kick them all off, one lunchbox lasts 1 hour. But if you kick them all
Okay.
off at the same time, then you can kind of keep them cycled in. And in
Mhm.
most cases, when you go to a big event or you're doing stuff, you're hanging out with friends, you can kick off a bunch of those lunch boxes all at once. And not only does it help everybody in the area that you're with,
Mhm.
but you're also helping yourself by getting XP. And you kick off one lunchbox and three other people, it may not be anything to them. Kick off three other lunchboxes too.
Mhm.
So
Cool. Is there anybody in the chat that wants us to look at anything else? I think we've covered quite a bit with the PTS. We've looked at the season 4 stuff, looked at special loadouts and camp slots, display cases, all that stuff. Anything else you can think of? Do you want to show off?
I can't think of anything. There's gonna be other things that we'll be able to know from the patch notes, and when I start digging into the forums and finding out what kind of things that people are running into and anything I might miss, then I may do a follow-up uh, stream to this one here, just kind of update everybody again. Just want to remind everybody that at the top I have pinned our Discord channel. If you'd like to go to our Discord channel and be part of that community, we have a lot of great folks that are in there. They range from the PC to Xbox, PlayStation, and Commodore 64. That's what Zed's using. He's using a Commodore 64.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
True, true. Did he
So
borrow yours? He borrowed one of yours, didn't he?
no, he borrowed my hamster wheel,
Oh,
and
goodness.
it's what powers his internet right now. So I think if no one else has got anything, I don't want to drag the stream out because I don't want to keep you guys just hanging out here watching this kind of goof off. I really do appreciate you all being here. Normally Bethy and I are leveling her character. We generally do that on Saturdays, and my son just came in here and shot me a moon. Go out. You want to say hi to everybody? What is the deal? Why has he been shooting everybody moons lately? Okay.
He learned it by watching you.
Yeah, but I don't do that often. I, I feel kind of inferior because his butt's hairier than mine.
Oh gosh, stop it. Yeah, we didn't get to live stream yesterday. Had some different things going on, and so I'm kind of sad because I didn't get to play yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean, I logged in last night for like 5 seconds to script stuff, but I didn't get to play. So
Yeah. Normally we have the stream going on Saturdays. Right now we're doing a series where we're leveling Bethy up, getting her used to the game, and then I'm having to take lots of punches from her, which is kind of abusive, but I'm taking it in stride. Outside of that, if that's it. If no one else has got
yeah,
anything, I really appreciate everybody being here. I really do. And thanks a lot for participating in the stream. Again, look at the link at the top of the page and see if you are interested in joining our Discord channel. We are there all the time, even if it doesn't appear as if we're really there. So
always checking it out to help out. So
I'd like to thank Zed for participating with us. And if you guys are of the mind and want to participate in our Twitch stream, we are going to end this stream, take a 5 or 10 minute break, and then pick up on Twitch. You can find us there with NVD Online. Hey, Night Hunter. Hey.
Haunter.
Haunter.
Still Haunter. Phil has a question. He mentioned earlier, will they be able to respect your mutations to suit your build?
All right, so Phil, help me through this. I forgot all about that. Here, in 1 second. So, laying this down here. Go back to Bruce Walls. I've passed it. I'm looking for crafting. There it is. I can see every other word. It just seems like I don't see crafting. So
Ned says mutations stay the same unless you remove them and add new ones. That's what he's thinking. Does that answer the question?
yeah, but I mean, we were going to kind of experiment with like a bloody build.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
what does a bloody build look like? I think that's the first question. So if we're going to make a bloody build on a character, you know, what kind of perk cards do we need to have, and then how does that correspond with the special points that I have versus how does that correspond with mutations that I have, and how do they interact with one another?
Does it take camp budget up to do the punch card special loadouts?
I didn't hear you because I wasn't listening to you.
Sorry, I asked that question incorrectly. Does it take up camp budget to do the special loadouts?
To place it?
Yeah.
Yes. Anything you place in your camp is going to.
Yeah. Probably bloodied heavy, NVD. We were talking earlier, was Phil talking about that, or was that that was Gamer Mom, right? Talking about the bloody builds earlier.
Right, so I'm kind of wanting to get.
She's not in there anymore.
She's left.
She left. Yeah, we actually sent her to the build space in Discord, and she joined Discord so she can chat about that stuff. So
okay.
If that wasn't Phil's question, then we don't have to talk about it as much. Says there are like 4 that you have to have on the perk cards for bloody. The reset are with or without power armor and what gun you use, so it just depends. Yeah, there's so much to take into consideration with all those different builds. It's probably why Naked doesn't fool around with them much. I think going into special loadouts and stuff, he'll probably play around with it more because it's easier to kind of like once you get it set, then you don't have to like worry about adding anything additionally. So I am such a noob. I don't even know how perk cards work. So anyway. So Night and Chaos, we're gonna flip over to Twitch here in a little bit if you guys are gonna be around. Kind of wrapping up here on YouTube. So. Thanks, Chaos. I have to like really like get some other things down before I'm really concerned about perks, I think. Because that's definitely something that kind of I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to know. All right, Night Haunter, we'll see you over there in about 15 minutes or so. I don't think so. Oh. Phil, did we answer your question? Or have we confused it? I think everybody just kind of jumped in and started chatting and stuff about it, so. Last thing I see Phil say. Probably Chaos. Probably. You know, being able to punch things accurately might be the thing I need to focus on more before I think about perk cards, though. Last thing Phil said was some melee mutations decrease gun accuracy, but that was in the middle of that conversation. And good gracious, there's a lot of chat. Where'd it go? Oh, what he mentioned earlier, will they be able to respect your mutations to suit your build? So we kind of talked about that. I think we did in the chat anyway.
Yeah,
So.
and I think there's
Yeah.
some of the guys that are in chat probably know a little bit more about it than I do. I'm afraid.
Yeah, Phil says take care. It was nice chatting, so I think we did. So
Okay.
good deal. He says no answer just yet.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get to it next time for sure. All right, so we're gonna wrap up here and head over to Twitch.
Yes. So we're in regards to what we're doing here, everybody, if you're interested and want to come over to our Twitch channel, again, it's NVD Online. You can also access and hang out with us in our Discord channel. The link to that is pinned at the top. We've already had several of you guys already move over there and start chatting away. I can see that going on in our Discord channel right now. As for me, I appreciate everybody being here today. I got punched 3 times from Bethy, which was kind of, I won't say nice, but some attention is better than no attention at all. And if you're inclined to come, I'll look forward to seeing you on Twitch. Thanks for being here today, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.